Hello, my name is Colt Wallace. I am a student at Mississippi University for Women. This class is End User Management under Dr. Marty Brock. This is my ID. So what we're doing today is from my Project 3. We're going to go over my icebreaker, what I chose, and what I feel like would be a good icebreaker activity for people that I would teach how to use Google. To start with, let's pan over. All right. And what's your name?
My name is Mackenzie Carver.
And Miss Carver, where are you from?
I'm from Meridian, Mississippi.
Meridian. Got some family in Meridian. All right. Let's see an interesting fact about you.
I was born with 11 fingers.
Wow. That's weird. All right. So, Miss Carver, when you think of Google, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
I think of YouTube.
YouTube. Now, YouTube is a good one to think of for the simple reason of with Google, you have access to YouTube through your Google account. When you make a Google account, there's so many options that you can go through and have access to just with account information. So that's a great choice. Let's go to the next man. What's your name?
My name is Thomas Earl Spires.
All right, Mr. Spires, where are you from?
I'm from Memphis, Tennessee.
And what's an interesting fact for you?
I am a preschool teacher.
That's awesome. There's a lot of good people in that. So when you think of Google, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
I think of a search engine.
Search engine. That's probably the first thing that comes to most people's mind, being is that Google is the #1 search engine used across America. Everybody uses Google hundreds of times a week just to try and find different things, try and answer questions, or even look up test questions. So a search engine for Google is a great thing to think of, but there's so many more options that Google has and Google is capable of that we can utilize, and I'm going to show y'all after this activity. Let's go to the last man here.
I'm Weston Curtis Thompson.
And where are you from,
I'm
Weston?
from Memphis, Tennessee.
All right. What's an interesting fact about you?
I won a national championship shooting trap.
Well, I can't do that, so kudos to you. When you think of Google, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Probably Google Maps.
Well, as an outdoorsman, I can imagine so. Being as that I'm an outdoorsman, I've used my fair share of Google Maps as well. I tell you what's really interesting about Google Maps, though, is when you make a Google account, you get the option to use Google Maps not just for aerial view, but also for directions, for GPS directions. So, with that being said, Google has so many options and so much capabilities. It's hard to go over all in one. Our project, we were assigned to teach people how to create a Google account, and from there use Google account to access your Google email. Also from there, you can go to your calendar and create and utilize events, make events, edit and even delete events to your calendar so that they'll remind you when it's time for that to happen. So from there, I think that Google is obviously something that it's not just a search engine, but it's also a communication device as well. So with that being said, I think I'm going to wrap this video up by talking about my icebreaker activity. A lot of people would choose an icebreaker activity that would talk about just where the person's from and other things like that. I thought that this icebreaker that I chose was a good option because for the simple fact that you can kind of get a sense of what people are thinking about when you think of Google, and then you can also broaden their horizons. They have this one set mindset, and then after you've talked to them, you can open it up and you can tell them all the things that Google has to offer. Which is a big deal, because Google is a very utilized engine. So, with that being said, I appreciate y'all's time, and I appreciate your time, Dr. Marty Brock, and thank you.